Hello everyone. Today's topics are momentum, impulse, and Newton's second law of motion. Let us first understand what is momentum. When an object is in motion, we say it has momentum. So momentum is the measurement of mass in motion. It is represented as small p, which is equal to mass time velocity. This is momentum. It is equal to mass time velocity. Momentum is a vector quantity since it is a product of mass and velocity, where velocity is a vector quantity and momentum has the same direction as the direction of the velocity. Now the SI unit of momentum is equal to mass is measured in kg and velocity in meter per second. So this is the unit for momentum. For example, a moving train has momentum. Okay. A ball falling from a slope has momentum. A large truck which is not moving, therefore its velocity is 0. So momentum is equal to 0. Also momentum is directly proportional to mass and velocity. Means the more mass an object has, the more momentum it has. For example, there are two cars. Both are moving with the same velocity, but the car 1 is heavier than car 2. Then car 1 has more momentum than the car 2. Likewise, it is directly proportional to velocity, means if both the car has same mass but they are moving with different velocity, then the car which has higher velocity has more momentum. Here m is mass, which is different from the weight. Mass is the total amount of matter or stuff in an object. Okay. And while the weight is the force of gravity on an object. So they both are different quantity. And here m is the mass, not the weight. Now let us understand what is impulse. Suppose an object is in motion or has momentum, is hit by something or encountered a force. What happened? There is a change in momentum. So this change in momentum is called the impulse. So impulse is defined as the change in the amount of momentum, and this change is due to the result of a force interaction between the two objects. Therefore, impulse is calculated as change in momentum, which is denoted by delta P, which is equal to momentum final minus momentum initial. Since momentum is a vector quantity, impulse is also a vector quantity, means it has direction. And its unit is same as the momentum, which is kg meter per second. Now let us understand what is Newton's second law of motion. Newton's second law of motion. Newton's first law of motion states that a body in motion will remain in motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Now suppose that this object is moving with a constant speed and you applied a net force. Okay, so what happens? Its velocity change, means it gains acceleration. So Newton's second law of motion states that a net force is equal to the mass time acceleration. Force is equal to mass times acceleration. Force is also in vector quantity, since acceleration is a vector quantity, and its unit is mass is measured in kg meter per second square. This is called Newton. Force is measured in Newton, which is equal to kg meter per second square. Now, force is equal to mass into acceleration, which is equal to mass. Acceleration is change in velocity by time. Now, the rate of change of momentum, which is equal to F delta T is equal to mv minus u, means the final momentum minus the initial momentum. This is equal to impulse. So, impulse is defined as the product of force acting on an object over the time during which the force acts. So, the unit of impulse is also equal to Newton second. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.